You are rushing homewards and nothing now stands in your way. August 2, 2013. You are racing towards the finish, the moment of your awakening into the realization of who you truly are. You have all been working assiduously for decades now as you make your way homewards towards heaven, your true home. It matters not what word you use to attempt to define your destination, because words are incapable of providing an adequate description or word picture of reality. However, you are shortly to experience the rewards that your sterling efforts have earned for each one of you, and for the rather large segment of humanity that despite all the nudges, guidance, and wake-up calls it has received over the eons, has remained determinedly asleep. Every human entered the earth plane to encounter and learn the lessons it needed for it to find and proceed along its path home to reality. And every human is on its homeward path. It is just that many of them chose to proceed with their eyes closed, in a rather ill-advised form of sleepwalking. They have experienced illnesses, accidents, and losses of loved ones, but instead of turning inwards to their center of spiritual wisdom and knowledge to learn the lessons that those situations were demonstrating, they have chosen to see themselves as victims of a predestined fate over which they have absolutely no influence. That choice has either led them into an overwhelming sense of apathy whereby they give their power away to others, or it has aroused intense anger leading them to the resolve to be in control of their lives, which seems to be an unachievable dream, and so they do their utmost to manipulate and control others. Thus a destructive series of symbiotic relationships has been established that have been ongoing throughout the eons of human life on Earth. The results of that are evident everywhere, from your most ancient history right up to the present. But your collective aim, the aim of every human before they incarnated, was to return to reality. Every one of you knew before you incarnated that the illusion was a dark, enthralling, and enchanting arena, an arena in which it was possible to believe without any doubt at all that you were alone and on your own for one brief life followed by death, decay, and then by final and irredeemable termination into utter blackness, nothingness, a void or abyss of excruciating terror. You invented gods to relieve you of this fearful knowledge, prayed to them, and offered them sacrifices in the hope that they might offer an escape from the inevitable, but all to no avail. No one ever returned from the dead to assuage your fears. Or so it seemed. However, as you well know, you have all had many earth lives as an essential part of the process of awakening. The illusion is a place of intense darkness. There are areas where you can pretend that life is good, life is fine, or even life is acceptable. And yet no one can be unaware of the severe misery and suffering that billions are experiencing where absolute poverty or unceasing war is endemic. If you are honest with yourselves, it is apparent that many are inextricably caught in the trap of poverty and enslavement and the resultant suffering that is caused by the material needs and desires of those who live in the more advanced and industrialized nations. The apathetic ruled by the angry. That is, of course, an oversimplification. Nevertheless, over the eons, there have always been the advantaged and the disadvantaged, with the latter outnumbering the former by an order of magnitude. Over the last few decades this has become ever more apparent to those who would open their eyes, and now your collective consciousness has made the decision that this state of affairs is no longer permissible. This decision is the one that is leading you very rapidly forwards to your awakening. It means that you are collectively letting go of fear and embracing love. Love, reality, is the infinite energy field in which all that God creates has its eternal existence. Anything that is not in harmony with that energy field is unreal, illusory. Within the illusion, it is, and always has been, possible to experience that which is unloving, that which is in direct opposition to love, because that was its purpose, separation from God, your source, and His divine field of energy, where all exists in infinite peace, the peace that passeth understanding, harmony, and abundance. To awaken, you all have to release any hold or grasp you may have on aspects of yourselves that judge, condemn, envy, reject, or require restitution from another. The field of love enveloping you at this point in your evolution is as a direct result of the increasing awareness and desire among you for love to replace the horrors with which you are seemingly surrounded. It continues to intensify as ever larger numbers of you turn towards the light, turn inwards to uncover and accept your true feelings, feelings of love that have always been there, and which you are now allowing to express themselves. This return to love, the decision humanity has collectively made very recently to embrace love, is what is so effectively accelerating your homewards rush. You are rushing homewards, and nothing now stands in your way. Focus on the now moment and fill it with joy, with love, and with the desire to awaken, and bring it into being. You have limitless and abundant assistance from all in the spiritual realms. Your loving brother, Jesus. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman2.wordpress.com